Hello you, it's me. And I think I finally figured out why I have been so interested in Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson Uger. Uger? I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize for that. I will figure it out. Anyway, after seeing Urker. Oh, it's Urker. Okay. Anyway, this is a piece of a video that was put out by AeroLink, and this little clip, I think, really says it all. Maybe you'll understand after you hear it too. So let's play it.
I mean, I feel like I understand that, like, I have a super big platform and, like, a huge following, and I appreciate, everybody's support. But there are comment filters for a reason, and even some celebrities turn off their comments whenever it gets to a point that you kind of feel like, hey, this is my channel, this is my platform, this is my profile, and I don't feel like I should be bullied or harassed or degraded on it.
Does any of that sound familiar to anybody? Speaking specifically about Amberlynn Reed. It's very similar. It's very, she also goes on, it's for my mental health. I want to keep that, in check. She states here that, a lot of celebrities turn off the comments, as if like she's a celebrity, and the whole, I don't want to get bullied. I know I have such a huge following because, she is so important. I'm just like, wow. The only difference between this girl and Amberlynn Reed, besides, of course, the physical, is that the only real harm that we've known Amber to do is allegedly find a way to get rid of a cat, and of course bully all her girlfriends, just nasty manipulative ways. Gypsy is exactly the same. And it was after I saw this that I was like, oh my God, who does this sound like? I know. I was shocked. Also, there's something that I haven't heard any of the other channels mention, but there is a clip where they show Gypsy putting on this, I don't know, it's like an elastic thing that's supposed to help lift up the baby bump so that it's less uncomfortable. And I don't have it here in front of me. Maybe I'll bring it up in another video, but perhaps you can go look and see what I'm talking about. They show them, I don't know who else, I'm assuming family members were there to help her put on this device. And as they're putting it on, I'm looking going, her baby bump is so perfectly round. And when you see them move that little elastic thing around to support her belly, it looks like, and again, this is all my speculation, perception. I am not saying anything, yes or no, about this, but it looked like she was wearing some kind of a padding or something, because if you watch it just right in the video, they like shift the bump around a little bit to get the elastic thing on, and it looks like a well-defined cut between the baby bump, what looks like a pillow, and her body. Now, I am not speculating anything on this except that it looked like a pillow or something on her body, because I know, as having been pregnant once in my life, usually, like my child, when I was pregnant, shifted around a lot. So oftentimes the baby bump was a little bigger on the left than on the right. Um, and I don't know if that's true of every pregnancy, but they do shift around a lot. So it's not this perfect, immovable bump. And it just looked a little suspicious to me. That's all I'm saying. It just looked suspicious. I have at least supported the fact that she is indeed pregnant. But now I understand why some people are thinking that she has faked it. Again, I'm just speculating. I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm not saying anything definitively. But I mean, maybe it's like a protective shield around her baby bump. That's what I was saying. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video. I only watched where they were putting the elastic around it to support it. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But it just looked suspicious to me. It didn't look right. And so much of what she says and does doesn't look right. She's mad at Ryan, her soon-to-be ex-husband, because he was dancing around with another girl in a video. I mean, what does she care, right? She immediately went from Ryan to Ken within a blink of an eye, and got pregnant the same way. Just boom, boom, boom. And I just don't feel like she has the right to be upset if he's just dancing with a girl. I mean, and I think he like smacked her bottom or something. But so what? They're just having fun. He's allowed to have fun. And I don't think Gypsy seems to understand that she has no control over what Ryan does. He is not her husband anymore. They are getting a divorce. It will happen soon. She has no control over him, but I think she really doesn't like it. And of course the rumors about Ken not treating her well. And if that's true, I feel bad, because I don't think anyone deserves to be treated badly. But the way that she goes about things, some people might say karma's a bitch. You know, you reap what you sow. And she seemed to do a lot of manipulation and a lot of shisty moves to get with Ken. Well, that's what you wanted, that's what you got. And it's unfortunate that it's not what you thought it was. But anyway, I wanted to bring up the baby bump to see if anybody else had noticed that. It just looked too smooth and round. I can't remember ever looking that smooth and round in an outfit where the clothing was tight around my belly. Of course, I didn't wear any clothing that was tight around my belly, except for maybe right at the belly button, my belly button, because, you know, where it protrudes out the most. Because mostly I just wore loose clothes because I wanted to be comfortable, and it was summertime, so yeah, I wore a lot of loose fitting stuff. But anyway, there's that, and the fact that she is so much like Amber. So much like Amber. I think that's what initially attracted me to her, because, you know, those type of allegedly narcissistic kind of people, I always find them so fascinating, and how they talk around things that they lie about. And Gypsy has been caught in many lies, apparently. The way they manipulate, you can see how she manipulates people. I saw clips of the show that she was doing, like After Lockup or whatever it's called. You could see her trying to manipulate Ryan. You can see her trying to manipulate the situation so that she looks like the good person. It's so much like Amber. It just screams Amber, quite frankly. And I just found it so fascinating. I really did. And right now, Gypsy is a little more interesting than Amber. Amber, I just don't care. I don't. There was even somebody who wrote a little blurb on one of my videos that said they don't care about Foodie Booty, and I don't either. I can't even watch the ankle, or one of my other favorite commentators talk about Foodie Beauty, because I just can't watch her. I just fall asleep. It's great if you want to take a nap. But yeah, even with Amber, people are getting tired of her. And they just don't care. Everybody warned her not to go to Wisconsin, or as the ankle says, Wisconsin. I love that. Everybody warned her not to go, that she's going to get stuck there. I agree with some of the speculation that she assumed her mother would pack up all her belongings and ship it to Wisconsin, and that would make me upset as well, when you just thought you were taking this little trip for a couple weeks. I think she was trying to lean on her mother way too much, and that got her mother upset, and rightfully so. She should have talked it over with her before assuming she was just going to do stuff for her. My speculation, that's I don't know that that's true. That's alleged in my mind. But she is doing what she always does, which is burns bridges with everybody that cares about her. Now, her mother, being her mother, her family might accept her back at some point. You know, family is different. You know, sometimes you forgive, sometimes you don't. I don't know what her mother's going to do, but man, I would be thoroughly upset if my daughter did something like that to me. So, yeah, Amber created her own situation, and now she's stuck with it. My suggestion to her would be, go get an apartment in Wisconsin, you know, maybe near to Lexus. I think that's her name, Lexus. Maybe she could pal around with her for a bit. I don't know. You know, that way she has her own apartment. She can do what she wants. And maybe she can find somebody who's willing to quit their job and be with her 24/7. Because obviously Tommy is not that girl. So, you know, I guess we'll wait and see. But you know, if she never did a video again for the rest of her life, I might wonder about her once in a while, but it really wouldn't affect me either way. At all. Anyway, so Gypsy, Amber, very similar characters, although Gypsy, obviously a little more deadly. She's somebody that I wouldn't mess with, just because she seems to be able to manipulate people to do things for her. And I don't want to be unalived. But Child Protective Services should have their hands after this baby is born in that home on a regular basis. Just saying. Because babies don't do what you want them to do most of the time. And if she starts to turn on that little kid, that would be really bad. I would not want to see that happen. So I'm hoping that they will watch over her very strongly. And the fact that some speculate Ken just isn't in it. Maybe he can take the baby. Or if she is a single parent, then someone needs to watch her very closely. Because she's already proven that she can be dangerous. 8 years or so in the slammer didn't do anything to change her. She's still very arrogant. She's still very manipulative. She's still Gypsy, just as Amber is still Amber. They might learn how to mask it better. Amber has, to some degree. Gypsy, I don't think she's learned to mask it as well. She does that cutesy little voice, and she's, you know, a little woman, a short woman. And so I think people look at her and think, oh, she's so harmless. She couldn't do anything. But we already know she can. Whatever happened, whoever did what, somebody passed away. And it was as a result of Gypsy. Nobody else. She's the one who set it up for it to occur. And so, yeah, Ken should probably, watch his step. Ryan, thank God, he's getting out of it. But here's another thing. Gypsy does what Amber does. Amber was so upset when Destiny got married. And Amber was really upset when Beck got a new girlfriend. You notice, like, they just hang on for no particular reason. They're out of their control now, and they don't like it. Gypsy realizes Ken is not under her spell anymore, and she doesn't like it, so she just keeps poking at him. And at the same time saying, oh, please, I'm trying to be really good here, so you be good too, because, there's a baby here, and we got to think of the baby. It's like, no, Gypsy. The only people that should be thinking about your baby is you, the father, and CPS. So it's very interesting how very similar they both are. Very similar. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. You let me know what you think. And that's all I got to say.